Yes, indeed. The sound there of Leave His Heritage for you on Thursday evening, a wet Thursday evening in some parts, and overcast conditions in some other areas. We want to say welcome to NRP Radio for our evening broadcast. And of course, we're going to be giving you some news, and then we head over to giving you the latest from the National Meteorological Service in terms of the weather. And of course, we also have the latest bulletin for you inside of our package this evening. We want to say welcome to those of you who are online with us this evening. You have been a good company during the course of today, staying with us on NRP Radio and NRP Media. We do appreciate your company. It's an evening where just about everybody trying to do their little bit as they make preparation for the impending storm. As a matter of fact, it's on its way, moving very, very slowly. Nonetheless, we are still here, and we are urging you to do whatever you can, even at this last minute, so that you will not be caught off guard. But you will definitely be one of those persons who would have done something to assist yourself. So let's go into the news package that we have for you right now, and then we come back with more. Stay with us right here on NRP Evening, NRP Radio. It's a Thursday evening, and we do appreciate your company, as we said before. Stand by. A very pleasant evening to you, and welcome now to NRP Radio and NRP Media. It's Thursday, the 23rd day of October, 2025. Here is what we've got for you in terms of our news package for this evening. A late one, but nonetheless, we are ensuring that you that are here with us online and on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course, I'm sure that we do have connection with our connecting partners over there in Massachusetts and in New York as well. We want to say thanks to those of you who have connected with us. The Ministry of Education, Skills and Information, Youth and Information, is advising that all schools are to remain in remote learning mode come tomorrow, Friday, October 24, as Tropical Storm Mellissa continues its approach. In a release this evening, the ministry says it will continue consulting with the Meteorological Service of Jamaica and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, and will issue further guidance over the weekend regarding the resumption of face-to-face classes. Members of the public are urged to stay tuned to official updates. In the meantime, the opposition spokesman on local government, Natalie Nita Garvey, has called on the Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie, to urgently provide all municipal corporations with their September allocations from the Parochial Revenue Fund to allow for a comprehensive drain cleaning program island-wide to avoid flooding from Tropical Storm Mellissa. With less than 24 hours remaining before the tropical storm gets closer to Jamaica, Mrs. Nita said the minister himself had designated that September's allocation for drain cleaning would have come, yet no funds have been provided up to this point. She accused the minister of providing funds in a haphazard manner and restricting use of special funds, thereby preventing scheduled infrastructure maintenance, even as Mellissa poses a threat to Jamaica at this time.
Tropical Storm Mellissa demands a comprehensive drain cleaning program for which the minister himself designated these funds. Yet, the councils have received nothing. This haphazard disbursement of funds is preventing critical maintenance work. My consultations with mayors and minority leaders across the country confirm constant lateness in transfers from the Ministry of Local Government to the local authorities. This situation poses a high risk to property and life, as the last exercise of drain cleaning was done in June, 4 months ago, which in itself was inadequate. This has formed a wider part of a cash crunch where local government authorities have to be subsidizing salaries coming out of the recent review of compensation.
That was the opposition spokesperson. I beg your pardon. That was opposition spokesperson on local government, Natalie Nita Garvey, and just an issue that we have here. Yes, we are all right. I think we've resolved that particular matter at this time, and we should continue with the newscast. Mrs. Nita Headley, that should be Nita Garvey rather, is also warning the government that its failure to provide the requisite funds has left the people island wide facing dire consequences at this time.
Despite government pronouncements, if basic works like drain cleaning are not done, the people face dire consequences. Minister Mackenzie is currently presiding over a cash strapped system. Unless he acts urgently, the local government system is heading back to the crisis of the 1980s.
That was opposition spokesman on local government, Natalie Nita Garvey. Meanwhile, Mellissa continues its slow movement to Jamaica via the Caribbean Sea. Let's now join Kimberly Ashley Campbell with the latest from the Met Service in Bulletin number 18.
Mellissa continues to slowly drift northwestward across the central Caribbean Sea. Hurricane watch and tropical storm warning still in effect for Jamaica. A tropical storm warning and a hurricane watch remains in effect as Tropical Storm Mellissa moves slowly across the Caribbean Sea, southeast of Jamaica. This means tropical storm conditions are a possible threat to Jamaica within 36 hours, and hurricane conditions are likely to pose a threat within 48 hours. At 4 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Mellissa was located near latitude 15.6 degrees north, longitude 75.5 degrees west. This is about 270 kilometers southeast of Morant Point, Jamaica, or about 300 kilometers southeast of the capital, Kingston. Tropical storm Mellissa is moving very slowly toward the northwest, near 4 kilometers per hour. A slow forward speed and northward motion is forecast during the next couple days, followed by a sharp westward turn over the weekend. Maximum sustained winds are near 75 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Gradual strengthening is forecast during the next day or so, followed by rapid intensification this weekend. Melissa is forecast to become a hurricane by Saturday and a major hurricane by Sunday. Satellite and radar imagery indicate that the heavy showers and thunderstorms associated with the core of Tropical Storm Mellissa are located approximately 200 kilometers southeast of Jamaica and are slowly moving toward the island. Based on the current forecast, Tropical Storm Mellissa is expected to continue moving toward Jamaica before turning westward on Saturday and passing over the waters south of the island. As the system approaches, showers and thunderstorms are forecast to begin affecting the island late this evening or by Friday. Periods of moderate to heavy rainfall are expected to continue through the weekend, leading to an increased risk of flooding and landslides, especially in low lying, flood prone, and hilly areas. Due to Melissa's slow movement, strong, gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm strength, are expected to gradually develop on Friday, continuing into the weekend. These winds will initially affect eastern and southern parishes before gradually spreading across the remainder of the island. Winds reaching hurricane strength are possible over sections of eastern parishes as early as Saturday, as Tropical Storm Melissa continues to move closer to Jamaica. Marine interests should expect widespread heavy showers and thunderstorms, accompanied by tropical storm force winds tonight and continuing through the weekend. Winds reaching hurricane strength are likely on Saturday, particularly over southern and eastern offshore waters, as Tropical Storm Mellissa moves closer to the island. All small craft operators, including fishers from the quays and banks, should by now be in port and are urged to complete their necessary safety precautions without delay. Tropical storm warning, a public release from the Meteorological Service indicating tropical storm conditions, including possible sustained wind speeds of 63 to 118 kilometers per hour, are expected to affect Jamaica in 36 hours or less. Hurricane Watch. A public release from Meteorological Service indicating that hurricane conditions, including sustained winds of 119 kilometers per hour or higher, pose a possible threat to Jamaica within 48 hours. The Meteorological Service continues to closely monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Melissa, and all interests are encouraged to pay special attention to further releases. The next bulletin on this system will be issued at 8 p.m.
Thank you so much. That was Kimberly Ashley Campbell there with the latest from the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica. Keep it locked right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. It's now 7:44. Let's take a quick break and come right back to you with more in our newscast right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. It's the station that reaches you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations whatsoever. We are up on a break, as we said before, and we're going to just do that and come right back to you right here on this station. Hi there, I'm Leon Nash, CEO of NRPMediaJA.com, and you are listening to NRPMediaJA.com.
Gospel lovers, mark the date every Saturday from 7 to 11 p.m. It's time to tune in to the Weekend's Gospel Show with the one and only blessed man Leon Nash. Join the 4-hour musical journey that's uplifting, inspiring, and energizing, featuring powerful gospel hits, Bible trivia, engaging interviews, and all the latest news and weather updates. Plus, of course, heartfelt birthdays and anniversary shout outs. Whether you're winding down or getting lifted up, this show delivers non-stop praise, positivity, and purpose. Tell a friend, spread a word, and don't forget it's the music, and yes, even more music. Stay connected and follow at NRP Media JA on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's the Weekend's Gospel Show every Saturday from 7 to 11 p.m., where faith meets rhythm and information meets inspiration.
Thank you so much for staying with us right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. And for those who are just joining us, you have not missed much. We still have some more to go in terms of our news presentation this evening. We continue now with the Police High Command expressing sincere condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of a police corporal who died in a motor vehicle collision along the Linstead Bypass, Bogwalk in St. Catherine on Wednesday. He has been identified as the 34-year-old Nevada English assigned to the National Police College of Jamaica. The Spanish Town Police reports that about 11:30 p.m., English was driving his Toyota Axio motor car easterly along the Linstead Bypass main road when he was attempting to overtake a motor vehicle and lost control and overturned in a ditch. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The force's chaplaincy unit, medical services branch, and the welfare department have been providing support to the family members and colleagues of Corporal English. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in the Kingston Western Police Division. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, October 22, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow. The boundaries of the curfew are as follows: south along Ramsey Road between Maxfield Avenue and Greenwich Street, that is. West along Maxfield Avenue between Ramsey Road and Rousseau Road. North along Rousseau Road between Lincoln Crescent and Maxfield Avenue. East along Lincoln Crescent from Rousseau Road onto Greenwich Street to the intersection of Ramsey Road. During the hours of the curfew, persons within the boundaries of the curfew are required to remain indoors unless otherwise authorized by the person in charge of enforcing the curfew. Finally, the Ministry of Health and Wellness wishes to advise the public that as the members continue to prepare for the impending inclement weather condition, Tropical Storm Hurricane, the following precautions should be taken regarding food, water safety, persons with chronic illnesses, and pregnant women. The ministry says persons with chronic illnesses such as diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and asthma are reminded to have adequate supply of medication, and if they have to evacuate their homes, they must ensure that they take their medications with them to their place of shelter. The ministry also advised that members should continue to, or persons in Jamaica should continue to take their medications as prescribed by the doctor while away from home. All pregnant women who are within 1 month of their delivery date should relocate to family or friends who are in close proximity to a hospital or delivery center. The ministry has indicated that public hospitals will remain open. The ministry also indicates that if one should evacuate their home, or if you're forced to evacuate a home, certain items should be taken when disaster threatens. These include medical supplies, prescriptions, medications, and dentures. Disaster supplies, flashlights, batteries, radio, first aid kit, bottled water, clothing and bedding, sanitation supplies, diapers, toilet, tissue, soap, feminine hygiene products. Non-perishable foods including canned and dry foods. Special foods, diabetic or baby foods. Important family documents such as birth certificates, marriage and death certificates, passports, land titles, passports, immunization cards, entertainment games, and books. And as it relates to food safety, the ministry is also advising that we should not store food items with chemicals such as kerosene, bleach, detergents, and insect sprays. The ministry has also advised that one should not purchase or use food from tins which have signs of dents, bulges, or other damage. Foods should be kept in a dry and cool place. Store packages of sugar, flour, rice, and crackers in original packages or in tightly closed containers. A bag that you are keeping, you should keep a bag with emergency food supply in the event that you have to evacuate your home urgently. This should include only canned and dry food. In terms of water safety during this time, persons are encouraged to store water in a clean covered container. The lid of the container should fit tightly to prevent mosquito breeding. And the encouragement from the ministry also indicate that you should not use containers which have previously stored harmful chemicals. Use a clean container with a handle to dip up water from storage. And the ministry has indicated that if you need further information, you can call the Ministry of Health through their wellness number at 888, that's 888 1 Love, that's 888 663 5683. I repeat, that's 888 663 5683. And with that, we've come to the end of the local news right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. Stand by now. We've got the JIS package. And as a matter of fact, let's go and give you the latest from the National Meteorological Service. And we will then go over to join the JIS with that news at around 8 o'clock right here on this platform. Stay with us. We are still here with you as we are bringing you information during the course of the passage of Hurricane Mellissa, and it's impacting everyone everywhere. But stay tuned. Let's go to the next important information from the Met Service. The Ministry of, that should be the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica, is reporting a significant feature, Tropical Storm Mellissa, southeast of Jamaica at this time. Tropical Storm Mellissa continues to very slowly drift northwestward over the central Caribbean and towards Jamaica. Current projections are for Mellissa to be near Jamaica as a hurricane during the weekend and possibly throughout early next week. Across the island, tropical storm conditions are expected and hurricane conditions are likely during this time, including locally heavy rainfall and very strong winds. A tropical storm warning and an hurricane watch remain in effect for Jamaica at this time. In the 24-hour forecast tonight, intermittent showers and thunderstorms are expected across sections of eastern and north central parishes, otherwise partly cloudy. Tomorrow, intermittent showers and thunderstorms are expected across sections of northern and southeastern parishes, with widely scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms elsewhere. Gusty winds are expected to begin late in the morning. In the 3-day forecast, starting Saturday through to Monday, tropical storm conditions are expected and hurricane conditions increasingly likely, including periods of heavy rainfall and very strong winds. Of the current regional weather features at this time, there is none at this time, but we can tell you that the minimum temperature expected for Kingston and Montego Bay tonight, 24 degrees Celsius in Kingston and 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay. Let's quickly take a look at the forecast for selected towns and cities come tomorrow. The forecast is for the southeastern region of Morant Bay, Kingston, and Halfway Tree. Intermittent showers and afternoon thunderstorms are in the forecast for tomorrow. For the south central region of Portmore, Spanish Town, Maypen, and Mandeville, afternoon thunder showers and windy conditions are in the forecast. Let's take a look at the southwestern region of Santa Cruz, Black River, Savannah de Mar, Negril. All these parishes in the southwestern area are expected to have afternoon cloudy conditions and some rains as the evening persists. In terms of the northeastern region of Port Antonio and Port Maria, intermittent thunderstorms and windy conditions are in the forecast. Let's take a look now at the north central region of Old Cheerios, St. Anne's Bay, Brownstown, and Falmouth. Intermittent showers and windy conditions are in the forecast for tomorrow. And for the northwestern region of Montego Bay and Lucy, intermittent showers and windy conditions, mostly cloudy conditions in some instances, are in the forecast for tomorrow. That's the latest weather report and forecast right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. We'll come back now in a minute or two to do the wrap up. All right, at this time, let's just tell you some of the news items that we brought to you in the newscast this evening. Let's tell you that the Ministry of Education, Skills, and Youth and Information is advising that all schools are to remain in remote learning tomorrow, Friday, October 24, as Tropical Storm Mellissa continues its approach. The opposition spokesman on local government, Natalie Nita Garvey, calls on the Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie, to provide municipal cooperation with the September allocations from the Parochial Revenue Fund to allow a comprehensive drain cleaning program island-wide to avoid flooding from Tropical Storm Mellissa, despite the Mellissa being 24 hours or less from Jamaica. Mellissa continues its slow movement to Jamaica via the Caribbean Sea, and we gave you the bulletin number 18. And let's also tell you that the High Police High Command, has expressed condolences to the family of a police corporal who died in a motor vehicle collision earlier this week. That's our news package right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. Coming up at 8 o'clock, we're going to be having the latest from the GIS for you. Stand by as we close out our news for this evening. And thank you so much for joining us for our package.
It's a new season. It's a new day. Join me, Lillian Lewis McDonald, here on NRP Radio, where it's all about focusing on our health and wellness. When? Every Monday at 6:30 p.m. with repeats on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Broadcasting on the platform of nrpmediaja.com, Facebook, YouTube at NRP Media JA. See you then.
Gospel lovers,
James chapter 4, verse 7. It says, "So give yourselves completely to God, stand against the devil, and the devil will run from you." This is NRP Media and Radio. The time is 8 p.m. The newest fan of gospel music and features on radio. Weekends on a Friday, 9 to midnight Jamaica time, and weekends on a Saturday. Each Saturday from 8 p.m. to midnight Jamaica time. It's hosted by the best of man, Leon Nash, with more than 22 years of broadcast experience. He will take you through the different features, keep you informed, uplifted, and motivated for the week ahead. Join the weekends on a Friday on Unity 96.1 and weekends on a Saturday, 8 to midnight each week. It's a musical escapade that you will
People travel there and there for many different reasons, no matter what the time or the season. But anywhere we go, the gospel make we go. Them travel and we travel, so we even. But they say anywhere we go, the gospel, the gospel, the gospel. But anywhere we go, the gospel. We know no time to work with the devil. You remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was cast in the fire. Them never worry themselves, them never matter. Now the king said we cast 3 many not the fire. Now we see 4, that Jesus come deliver. But they say anywhere we go, the gospel, the gospel, the gospel. But anywhere we go, the gospel. We know no time to work with the devil.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses, as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors, and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters, and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none, with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass. Quality service is our priority.
Are you ready?
All right, it's just about 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to be joining the JIS now for the latest evening news and another feature. So stay with us right here as we provide that for you.
I'm Andre Palmer with JIS Evening News for Thursday, October 23. Coming up, Jamaica remains under hurricane watch. National Water Commission on full alert in preparation of Tropical Storm Mellissa, and JUTC designate buses for emergency evacuations. The news in detail after the break.
Do not use your cell phone while driving, please. That call or text can wait. Do you really have to stream that video while driving? It's not worth your life, nor that of other road users. Stay alert, stay off your phone, and arrive alive.
Now the news. Jamaica remains under a hurricane watch as Tropical Storm Mellissa moves slowly across the Caribbean basin. This means tropical storm conditions pose a possible threat to Jamaica within 36 hours, and hurricane conditions are likely to pose a threat within 48 hours. Tropical Storm Mellissa is expected to become a hurricane over the weekend, if not before. On the forecast track, Tropical Storm Mellissa is expected to continue towards Jamaica before turning towards the west on Saturday, passing south of the island. As the system approaches, showers will begin to affect the island with periods of moderate to heavy rainfall beginning late this afternoon, continuing through Friday and the weekend. Strong gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm strength, should start late today and Friday, initially affecting eastern and southern parishes before encompassing the island. Winds reaching hurricane strength are possible over sections of eastern parishes as early as Saturday, as Tropical Storm Mellissa continues to move closer to Jamaica. The National Water Commission (NWC) says it is on full alert as Tropical Storm Mellissa moves closer to Jamaica. Speaking during a special press briefing earlier today, Acting President of the NWC, Kevin Kerr, says the agency has activated its hurricane preparedness and response plan, ensuring that all regional and parish teams can respond swiftly to emergencies. Mr. Kerr added that teams have been briefed, vehicles and heavy equipment fueled, and generators checked to ensure uninterrupted operations. The Commission has also engaged private water truckers to supply hospitals, police stations, and other vital facilities in case of service disruptions.
We activated our hurricane preparedness and response plan, ensuring that systems, personnel, and communication channels are in place to respond swiftly and effectively. Our priorities remain clear: to protect the safety of our employees, infrastructure, and critical assets. And second, to guarantee continued access to safe drinking water and wastewater services from customers across Jamaica.
Customers are being reminded to store adequate water ahead of the storm and to follow its official communication channels for service updates. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz says 30 Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC buses have been designated for emergency deployment to support evacuation activities as necessary. This as part of emergency preparation activities for Tropical Storm Mellissa. Speaking at this morning's special press briefing, noted that reefing, Mr. Vaz further will continue until otherwise directed, adding that all depots, fuel stations and assets have been secured.
JUTC will maintain regular bus operations as long as conditions are safe to do so. Service updates will be shared via social media and public channels. 30 buses are designated for emergency deployment across depots in Portmore, Spanish Town, Rockfort, and Montego Bay.
Mr. Vaz further indicated that the operators of the highway are now on alert to respond to any emergency direction that the ministry may issue when it becomes necessary. Meanwhile, Mr. Vaz, who also holds the energy portfolio, said the Jamaica Public Service JPS has fully activated its command centers and has placed overseas line workers on standby, with 31 already in Jamaica for pre-storm preparations. And the National Works Agency, NWA, undertook desilting works along the Sandy Gully in Kingston yesterday in preparation for the passage of Tropical Storm Mellissa. Minister with responsibility for works, Robert Morgan, said the removal works were being carried out to safeguard the lives and property of residents in communities along the gully. The Sandy Gully had become heavily silted with debris carried from multiple communities served by its tributaries.
What we're doing here is a temporary measure. It will not solve the problem that faces the gully. That problem will be solved by the major capital project that is going through the process now. But right now, our main focus is to be prepared for what could be a very damaging storm and to protect life and property by protecting this bridge, which is spanning the major artery heading into Kingston.
He added that the NWA is monitoring sensitive, low-lying and flood-prone areas in southern Clarendon, southern St. Elizabeth, southern Manchester, Wikiwaki St. Thomas, Harbour View St. Andrew and several other locations. That was JIS News. I'm Andre Palmer.
Jamaican road safety authorities are continuing efforts to drive down motorcycle injuries and deaths. In today's program, we'll share some of the initiatives underway and others to come. Stay tuned. Sadly, motorcyclists continue to dominate road deaths with 92 fatalities recorded up to October 21. This has propelled road safety authorities to double down on initiatives to encourage helmet use among this category of road users. In fact, The multi-stakeholder National Helmet Wearing Coalition has written to the Caribbean Community CARICOM seeking funding to establish a regional helmet testing facility. Chairman of the Project Steering Committee and Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council NRSC, Dr. Lucian Jones, says the facility, which could either be in Jamaica or elsewhere in the Caribbean, will reap significant national benefits.
One of the things we have found during the research and the activities that we have engaged in is that even when importers are assured of a certain standard, and they have various standards, there's standard out of the US and the UK and Japan and European standards, even when they are assured of the standards that we expect that will protect lives in Jamaica, when they arrive here, sometimes the standard is not what it's supposed to be, and the helmets are defective and not effective in preventing death.
Additionally, the coalition is continuing initiatives in schools and communities in support of helmet use. Meantime, the National Road Safety Council NRSC is working to resurrect the motorcycle training program in Western Jamaica to ensure safe driving techniques and road awareness are taught to bikers. Western parishes continue to account for most of the motorcycle-related deaths. The program, which bore much success, ended due to a lack of funding.
Those funds were channeled through the Ministry of National Security. We're hoping to get some additional funds through that ministry to restart the program. But because it requires a national reach rather than a local, properly located in the West, because that's where most of the problems. So we are hoping to have it institutionalized through HART NTA and have the state take it over and fund it, because many of the motorcyclists are dying because they can't drive. Apart from not wearing helmets and apart from driving under the influence of alcohol and apart from driving recklessly. They just can't drive. They have been taught. They have the money, they buy a bike, they jump on the bike and off they go, and often never to return.
And another program expected to bolster the wearing of helmets among motorcyclists is slated to come on stream in January 2026. According to Dr. Jones, it will involve training of the country's law enforcement officers in helmet detection.
We have been gifted with a program which is to be rolled out sometime next year in January, whereby an expert from an international agency will come and train police both in detecting certified helmets and also to carry out their mandate, which is to ensure that people wear helmets.
Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council NRSC, Dr. Lucian Jones. Every motorcyclist should wear an approved helmet, which is a critical safety equipment necessary in protecting the biker's head in the event of crashes. However, based on statistics, 90% of motorcyclists who die in Jamaica were not wearing a helmet at the time of their injury. That's it for today's feature. Thanks for listening. I'm Cheryl Johnson Hamilton.
Farmers, a tropical system developing in the Caribbean could impact Jamaica later this week. Act now to protect your farms, animals, and equipment. Here are a few tips. Secure your livestock on higher ground. Have backup water supplies in case regular sources get contaminated. Harvest mature crops early. Clear drains to prevent flooding, and store farm supplies in waterproofed areas. Stay tuned to weather updates from credible sources and follow the guidance of your parish agricultural office. For more information, call 1-888-ASK-RADA. A message from the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA.
All right.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Okay, thank you ever so much as we continue to broadcast right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. It's we're doing what we call our Mellissa Storm Watch, and we provided for you the latest from the Met Service, but we do have the bulletin number 18 that we brought in the newscast. We want to bring it to you one more time, and we're going to be asking our friend, colleague, Kimberly Ashley Campbell to do that one more time for us and to read what the latest bulletin has said or has indicated to us in terms of how near the storm is at this point. Remember that the next bulletin is expected to be shared with us in the media at around 11 o'clock this evening. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming your way at 11 o'clock. As a matter of fact, it's at 8 o'clock, right? So we hopefully we can have that one. If there's any major change, we will inform you of that. Just want to remind you, though, that as you join us here on this station, that there's going to be this release at 8, then there's going to be one at 11 o'clock as well. So stay tuned to the Met Service and all other agencies as they bring the information to you. So let's join Kimberly one more time, ask her to present that latest report for you, and we'll see where we go from there in terms of our own preparation for additional broadcast and information dissemination to you. So keep it locked right here on NRP. Let's go to Mrs. Campbell.
Mellissa continues to slowly drift northwestward across the central Caribbean Sea. Hurricane watch and tropical storm warning still in effect for Jamaica. A tropical storm warning and a hurricane watch remains in effect as Tropical Storm Mellissa moves slowly across the Caribbean Sea, southeast of Jamaica. This means tropical storm conditions are a possible threat to Jamaica within 36 hours, and hurricane conditions are likely to pose a threat within 48 hours. At 4 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Mellissa was located near latitude 15.6 degrees north, longitude 75.5 degrees west. This is about 270 kilometers southeast of Morant Point, Jamaica, or about 300 kilometers southeast of the capital, Kingston. Tropical Storm Mellissa is moving very slowly toward the northwest, near 4 kilometers per hour. A slow forward speed and northward motion is forecast during the next couple days, followed by a sharp westward turn over the weekend. Maximum sustained winds are near 75 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Gradual strengthening is forecast during the next day or so, followed by rapid intensification this weekend. Mellissa is forecast to become a hurricane by Saturday and a major hurricane by Sunday. Satellite and radar imagery indicate that the heavy showers and thunderstorms associated with the core of Tropical Storm Mellissa are located approximately 200 kilometers southeast of Jamaica and are slowly moving toward the island. Based on the current forecast, Tropical Storm Mellissa is expected to continue moving toward Jamaica before turning westward on Saturday and passing over the waters south of the island. As the system approaches, showers and thunderstorms are forecast to begin affecting the island late this evening or by Friday. Periods of moderate to heavy rainfall are expected to continue through the weekend, leading to an increased risk of flooding and landslides, especially in low-lying, flood-prone and hilly areas. Due to Melissa's slow movement, strong, gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm strength, are expected to gradually develop on Friday, continuing into the weekend. These winds will initially affect eastern and southern parishes before gradually spreading across the remainder of the island. Winds reaching hurricane strength are possible over sections of eastern parishes as early as Saturday, as Tropical Storm Mellissa continues to move closer to Jamaica. Marine interests should expect widespread heavy showers and thunderstorms accompanied by tropical storm force winds tonight and continuing through the weekend. Winds reaching hurricane strength are likely on Saturday, particularly over southern and eastern offshore waters as Tropical Storm Mellissa moves closer to the island. All small craft operators, including fishers from the quays and banks, should by now be in port and are urged to complete their necessary safety precautions without delay. Tropical storm warning, a public release from the Meteorological Service indicating tropical storm conditions, including possible sustained wind speeds of 63 to 118 kilometers per hour, are expected to affect Jamaica in 36 hours or less. Hurricane watch. A public release from Meteorological Service indicating that hurricane conditions, including sustained winds of 119 kilometers per hour or higher, pose a possible threat to Jamaica within 48 hours. The Meteorological Service continues to closely monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Mellissa, and all interests are encouraged to pay special attention to further releases. The next bulletin on this system will be issued at 8 p.m.
Thank you very much. That was Kimberly Ashley Campbell there with the latest bulletin from the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica. And you would be aware that other agencies are currently also disseminating information to the public in terms of your own preparedness. The NWA, the ODPEM, and other agencies relating the Jamaica Public Service, Flow, all of these agencies and organizations are providing information to the public via different platforms. So you should look out for those and keep yourselves updated as well. So at this time, we're going to be taking our pause from studio and on air, and leave you now back to the normal programming, but keep it locked out right here. If we do get any additional information throughout the course of the night, then we'll be more than happy to come by and share with you during the course of tonight. This is NRP Radio and NRP Media, broadcasting on the platform nrpmediaja.com, and of course on YouTube at NRP Media JA, on Facebook on the LEAON Nash, of course, and we thank our connecting partners. That's Gospel Expression Radio in New York, and also Caribbean Vibes Radio in Massachusetts. That's Caribbean with a K. Caribbean Vibes Radio in Massachusetts for joining us for this broadcast. And for those of you who came online with us this evening, we're appreciative. And those who will join us afterwards, we know that you will review the news that we post and, of course, leave your comments as well. Thank you, and have for yourselves a great rest of the evening until, if the Lord tarries, we meet again right here. My name is Leon Nash, of course, and I'm the CEO and founder of NRP Radio. Good evening. All right, it's just about 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. And let's invite you to go on over back to our radio platform now at nrpmediaja.com. I repeat, nrpmediaja.com. That's our radio platform. Restore or return, right? Whichever you prefer to do. Restore yourself to the platform or return, right? Because you were on Facebook or YouTube with me. So go back now to our radio platform, nrpmediaja.com, for continuing programming right here on this our station.
J-Win Pharmacy Limited, Samfo Plaza in Spalding, Clarendon, the leading pharmacy in the area that specializes in pharmaceuticals, general over-the-counter items and cosmetics. They stock various self-care items and household items. Contact them at 876-956-0930 or 876-371-6781. Here to provide just what you need.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses, as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors, and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters, and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none, with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com.